So you're wondering what to do during your open house and after you've gotten people in to maximize the results that you get. Well, stay tuned. What's up everybody, BC here. Welcome back to another video. Shout out to Mr. Pulcrum himself. He sent the shirt to me, the Team BC shirt. Make sure you check him out. I'm sure he's gonna comment below. I'll leave his Instagram in the description as well. Okay, so what to do, what are some extra things you can do for an open house, for during the open house, to ensure that you maximize your results, okay? I'm also gonna link in the cards and on the end screen the video that I did, I believe 2 years ago, on how to host the best open house that will give you all the strategies to lead up until when the open house starts. So I'm gonna link that, make sure you check that out. Then you can transition into this video if you haven't seen the other one already, okay? Now, what to do during the open house? The biggest questions are, how can I connect with the people who are coming in more? How can I get their information? How can I make sure they stay? How can I create a very good experience, okay? Now, the first thing I'm gonna tell you is this. You wanna ensure that near the entrance or at the entrance that you have the sign-in sheet for people to sign in, okay? The easiest way to get people to sign in is to take the burden off of you, meaning you say, hey, per seller's request, he's asked me that anybody who comes to the open house signs in. Here's another one. Per seller's request and for security purposes, the seller has required me to ask everybody before they come into the house or as they come into the house to sign in, okay? Those are two quick snippets of what you can say. Now, the reason I say that is when you just make it seem like it's from you that you want them to sign in, then they think it's self-serving. But when it's about the seller, it's for them, right? It's easy. Now, if somebody gives you kickback, say, look, if you hired me to sell your house, sir, and you required me to have people sign in before they come in, would you want me to honor that? What are they gonna say? No, right? And it's okay if somebody walks away, if someone refuses to sign in, okay? And you could even tell them, look, I'm not gonna spam you, man. This is just what the seller requested. If they refuse at that point, then I wouldn't even worry. Just turn them away, okay? Now again, these are my opinions. I'm an entertainer, right? What do I know? But I'm giving you the advice on how we've done open houses to make them very efficient, okay? So that's the beginning. Number two, you want to activate as many senses as possible in a positive way. Before the open house starts, bake something, a pie, cookies, get a good aroma going through the house. If you don't have that option or it's too late, get some candles, burn some incense, do something to inspire smell, to smell good. Okay, visuals, you want to remove any of the family pictures and keep it as neutral as possible. Again, the smells are good. You want an open space. You don't want any clutter. You want the experience of somebody coming into the home to scream to them, we can live here. This is a possible home for us, okay? When you start doing that, you create what's called an experience, and that's the whole goal with this open house, okay? You want to create an experience. If you create an experience, number one, it's gonna stand out over the other open houses. Number two, it's gonna leave an imprint on their mind and leave a lasting impression for them, okay? Those are some quick tips with that. Also, when it comes to the agent interaction, I'm gonna tell you what we do, what's always worked for me, and it makes it easier to not only get their information, but also keep them hanging around and talking to you after. When somebody comes in after they sign in, I do not follow them. I tell them, look, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, Mr. Buyer, Mrs. Buyer, whoever it is, look, take a quick look around, guys, get a good feel for it, and before you leave, all I ask is that you come back to me and I have just a few questions for you, cool? And then I roll off and I give them their space. People cannot stand when you as the agent hound them. Now, I get it. You want to see if they're giving any buying signals and all that stuff, but if you are gonna check in on them every once in a while, maybe every 30 seconds, just take a look at them, okay? If you hover over their shoulder and you're with them the whole time as if you're a part of their family, they feel like they don't have privacy. They feel like they can't talk amongst themselves because you're making them uncomfortable. And overall, it's just gonna make it a non-enjoyable experience for them because they have this agent hovering over them when they don't want that. They don't want that, believe it or not. It's uncomfortable. I don't care how much they like you. They want to be able to talk and have private conversations without you sitting there looking at them. Hey, do you like this? Do you like this? Do you want to buy it? We need to back off for a second. But by letting them go and them coming back, which by the way, 9 out of 10 times they will, if not almost 10 out of 10. Okay, it's very rare that I say that to somebody in a genuine way and they don't come back before they leave. It's very rare. And if they don't, then they're not a buyer anyway, and you don't have to worry about it. Okay? But what that does is many things. I give them space. I tell them that I respect them. Obviously, it shows that I'm well schooled, but the biggest thing is it's a compliance test, okay? Now, a lot of people don't know about that. If they actually do it, that means they're complying with little requests that I'm making. Therefore, it's making them more suggestible by me, and I can influence and persuade them more later on. It's like a little test, Okay, that's the way you look at it. So if they start complying with my small test, eventually when I ask them to meet later on in the conversation, when I ask more questions about their situation, if I set an appointment with them, it's going to be much more likely that they say yes because they've been complying with signing in, looking at the house, and then coming back to me and fulfilling what I asked them earlier. Okay, those are just some simple things that are going to help you with it. Okay, another thing you want to do, if the house itself is extreme, meaning they have certain types of artwork that might put certain people off. If there's certain intense smells, if there's anything radical, right? Like some people who are creative, right? They paint different rooms, different colors. Maybe they're into heavy metal, right? And one room is a shrine of heavy metal and that kind of stuff. Like if we're thinking extremes, you want to do the best to minimize that. So if possible, you want to remove those items, or at the very least, take attention away from them. Or if it's like the walls, then you want to let people know up front and say, look, buyers that are coming in, I just want you to know the previous owner here and the current owner, he's extremely creative. He's an artist. So you're going to notice that every single room is painted a different color. Now, for you guys, obviously moving in, I'm assuming that's going to be something that you may want to change. So as you're looking through the house, look at it through the eyes of these changes that you already would like. Okay? So when you're going into these rooms that are pink, yellow, purple, imagine them being beige or gray or whatever it is that you would make it. That way, you can experience this house the way you would have it. Does that make sense? Okay, end of script. This is going to help you. What you guys have to remember is this. The average buyer, the average person out there does not have the imagination to be able to see things for their potential. They just see it as it currently is. That's why in the beginning, I gave you a lot of tips in regards to the smells, decluttering, and doing all these things to assist them. But if it's an empty house, for example, and you have no furniture, the only thing you need to do as an agent is, again, help them understand what it would look like. So let's say they come in and it's an empty house, or I have to redirect their imagination, okay? I'm gonna say, okay, cool. Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, real quick, go ahead, take a look, and when you're done, come back, and I just have a few questions for you, okay? They take a look, they come back, and I say, look, real quick before you guys leave, what's the situation right here? Are you guys looking for extra space, like the living room? I know it's big. What would you plan on doing with this living room? Like, would you envision the TV here, a couch here? What does that look like for you guys? Okay, now I'm getting their input. But what I'm doing simultaneously is, if they're interested in the house, I'm having them now play out a scenario where they're decorating and furnishing the house. So guess what? This is selling them even more on the house because I'm getting them involved indirectly, okay? Because I'm asking a question, what if? What if? Where would you put it? Oh, no, we wouldn't put it there, Brian. We would actually put the TV here, and we were talking about it. We put the couch here. Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes it look open. Now, for the rooms, what kind of furniture or style are you guys looking for, right? Like, how would you, right? Now we're in. Now we're having a discussion that's pertinent to them and how they would use the space. But this will allow me to give them the opportunity to now discuss with me what they would do with the house. And because I let them go and take a look and then come back to me, there's not that added pressure that everybody puts on these buyers, okay? Many people, agents, have this energy of desperation. Oh, I need to get their info. Oh, I need to talk to them. Are you interested? Are you interested? Dude, if they're interested, you'll know. We as human beings innately can sense when somebody's interested in something. If you're a dude and you're interested in a chick, every dude in the room, when they see you look at her, they know that you're interested, okay? Now, if you're a brand new agent, after looking at about 2 or 3 buyers, you're gonna notice very quickly either A, the buyers who are super interested, or B, the buyers who are interested in pretending to not be interested, okay? You have to understand that some of that you're gonna get from experience, but people will always give buying signals, okay? Again, if they play with you during that interaction and they're telling you where they would put their furniture, it's definitely a buying signal. If they ask you if there's any offers on the property, especially after they do their little tour, probably a buying signal. If you see the kids saying, this is my room, this is blah, 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 and the parents are kind of nodding their head, that's a buying signal, okay? If they ask you, again, specific questions regarding the house, if you've had offers and that kind of stuff, typically it's a buying signal or there's some kind of interest there, and you need to pick up on that, okay? But that last one I gave you about including them in this process of imagining themselves moving in is going to be one of the best indicators to see if they're interested. But number 2, it gets them involved. And if you have an empty house, for example, it allows them to now paint the picture for you and for them, and it makes the process easier, okay? So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed all of these little tips and tricks. This is just a random one. I get this question a lot, so I wanted to make it for you. A couple quick announcements. My door knocking challenge, make sure you get on the waiting list. We're releasing it very, very soon. I think within the next couple days or maybe early next week. We're going to officially announce it and release the ability for you to sign up. Number 2, the summit that we're doing in Dallas. Make sure you guys get signed up and get your tickets. We only have, I think, like 200 tickets left, and it's in September. As me and a bunch of other real estate people who are big on the social media side. Make sure you sign up. Supreme Being, my podcast, it's on every major podcast platform. Make sure you do check it out. And lastly, Modern Success, my personal coaching and mentorship program. A lot of the personal trainings I do with my team for all the realtors watching is in that program, and I share it with them exclusively. Okay, with that said, make sure you like the video, subscribe, leave a comment below if you have any other tips or tricks. I would love to hear what you guys are doing at your open house, or maybe you don't agree with what I said. Go ahead and post what you want to post. I recommend you guys connect with each other there in the comment section, okay? Hit the notification bell icon if you haven't. Team BC, we'll see you on the next one.